Hello my dears, and welcome to my channel. As always, I am very happy and grateful that you've chose to spend your time with me and supporting my channel. Really easy. Like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, and click on the notification bell. And I hope that you're all doing well, but if not, I do hope things will get better for you soon. But if you want to forget about things for just a little while, join me in meeting Everyday Witches Familiars Oracle. And this deck was created by Deborah Blake and Elisabeth Alba, published by Llewellyn Publisher, released May 8th of 2024, so it's a pretty recent deck. At that time it retailed for $24.99, and I just consider this the third deck in the series of the Everyday Witch. So the other decks Deborah has put out is the Everyday Witch Tarot, the Everyday Witch Oracle, which I just recently did both of those videos. And Elisabeth has done illustrated on all three of these, and also on the Tarot of the Owls. And on Elisabeth's website, I saw that these two ladies are collaborating for another deck, and it is called the Whimsy Woods Tarot, and they haven't put a completion time on it, but they're estimating, hoping to come out with it in 2027. So you might want to go to one of their sites and see if you can sign up for like notifications or something if you're interested in it, or maybe Amazon has it. I don't know if Amazon will have it or not because it's not even completed yet. But okay, so the box itself is 5 3/4 height, across is 4 inches, and the width is 1. And I'm happy to say that it has the title on the top. It also has it on the sides, and it has the thumb indents, but I like that it has it on the top because a stack, very nice. See, very nice how it stacks like that, and it saves you space too. Okay, so on the back we have Meet Your Magical Menagerie. I think that's how you say that. Whether they're delivering wisdom from the gods or lending a paw, wing, or hoof to magical activities, familiars bring you inspiration and joy. Through this oracle, you can connect with them like never before. Best-selling author Deborah Blake and award-winning illustrator Elisabeth Alba present 40 familiars, domestic, wild, and fantastic, that each have unique and empowering messages for you. These amazing creatures, grouped by the 5 elements, carry powerful guidance for your divination practice and daily life. Shuffle the cards, draw your companion, and enjoy all the gifts these animals have to offer. And then we've got some teaser cards. All right. We have this nice guidebook. Very shiny. All right. Okay, so reversals will be revealed if you choose to use reversals in your reading, and the cards are larger like most oracle cards, but this is a visual. This is the regular size of a tarot, and the dimensions are 5.40 across, height and 3.60, and it's, I think the width is like 0.60. It's a little over a half. All right, so as I said, these are grouped by different elements, and they have the element on this one, the number, and then the familiar. So let's go ahead and flip through these. And let me know in the comments if you agree with their choices to represent the elements. And there are 10, I do believe there's 10 cards for each element. Okay, then we have air. I imagine all of these are going to be winged animals. Which, this one surprises me. Because we have all kinds of winged animals in the air, and oh, I guess there's 9. I'm sorry, not 10. There's 9 of each. And that's like the oddball. I guess the only thing I can think of is communication, because air is communication. So spider do the webs. That would be my only thought as to why they grouped it with all the other winged ones. Okay, so now we have fire. Okay. Alright, so now we have the last grouping of water. And let's see if they're all water animals. I like that statue. Yeah, I can see. Can't have a water section without otters. Okay, and then we have spirit. I forgot about these. So these are like mythical creatures. And there's 4. Yeah, it looks like 4. Yeah, that's why I got mixed up, because in her witch's oracle, she had 10 grouping with each of them, and so she split it up to the 5 elements. Forgot about that. Alright, so that's basically the deck. Okay, so shuffle. The card stock is, if you have the witches, the everyday witches, oh sorry, everyday witch oracle, it's the same card stock. But if you don't, it's the best way to describe it, thick thin. It feels thin, it looks thin, but when you start, you know, doing this to it, it feels thick. Not stiff thick, but it feels like it's pretty good cardstock. And as you can see, it's got some shiny to it. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at this guidebook. And this one got the color. This one got the color treatment. Okay, so Wisdom of the Familiars. So we have little blurb on the creators. Wisdom of the Familiars. And we got some more artwork. Then we have the contents page and all the law, copyright stuff. Okay, then we have the different categories. Spirit. And then introduction. And this is just an introducing themselves and just talking about the deck a little bit. Then we got how to use this deck. And this just goes into different suggestions. I call it suggestions because to me it is a personal thing. You develop your own way of doing things. And about the cards goes into an explanation. And she says you don't need to pay attention to the element categories. This is I think even though it's titled Witches Familiar, anybody can use this deck. You don't have to be practicing witch or dabble in witchcraft or even be a pagan or a heathen or a Wiccan or anything like that. You can use these cards because they appeal to you. You like animals. It's fine. Okay. So then we go into familiars, guides, and protectors. Okay. And basically just goes on to explain what these three are. Sample spreads. Got the 1 card, 2 cards, 3 cards, 4 cards, and then the actual cards themselves. And they also included the different sections, which is nice. Okay, and also they have different colors. So you have a green for earth, blue for air, and orange for fire, and water is blue, and spirit is the white section, I believe. Yeah, right. So basically you have your pretty artwork of the card, and then the number and what familiar it is, and then it goes into a little bit of background about that familiar and divination and a message. And that's just basically the rest of the guidebook. I'll just do a quick flip through so you can kind of get an idea. And then we have a conclusion, kind of like a saying goodbye. And introducing their familiars, guides, pets, whatever you want to call them. All right. So, shuffling. No right or wrong way. And since these are so tall, if you have small hands, you're going to struggle. And it's basically whatever you can do. You may have physical limitations also. So you can do the rifle poker shuffle. You can do the overhand. You can also do a side shuffle with these. These are perfect for side shuffling if you want to. I mean, you don't have to. You can do splitting the deck up, or you can do a fan. These high glossy thin ones always are good for fans, or you can just spread it out over your table. All right, let's see what familiar wants to pop up and say hello and give us a message. Kind of slippery, but that's okay. Ooh, Oh, dragon. Spirit number 1, a dragon. All right, let's see what they have to say about dragon. I would not want a dragon as my spirit animal. Okay, dragons appear in the mythology of almost every culture across the world, although they can vary in shape from the serpentine-like dragons of Asia to the more familiar winged, fire-breathing creatures of European folklore. Oh my God, I can talk, really. I'm sorry. They are mighty, dangerous, wise, and often depicted as hoarding treasure, but no matter which culture you find them in, they are almost always associated with mystical power. They are the essence of magic, fantasy, and myth. Divination. If you have a dragon as your familiar, you have a powerful ally indeed. Call on dragon when you need the energy and power to pull off the impossible, or if you are doing a deep dive into your spiritual path. If this card shows up, it might be a suggestion to explore mystical wisdom or find your own fire and breathe it out into the world. Message. Don't be afraid to draw on your own magical power. Focus on using your abilities, magical and otherwise, and stand your ground. You are stronger than you think. Embrace the fantastical. Who's to say what is real and what isn't? Channel your inner dragon and roar. Okay, so that is all I have for this deck. Let me know what you think about it, and if you did get it to complete the series, let me know how they're working out for you, because you can use all 3 of them in your reading. If you're doing like a Celtic cross, you can do all 3 of them. I don't see why not. But once again, thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I hope that you will join me with another video. But until next time, take care and goodbye, my dears.